All right, so last one. We'll make this quick. You know the drill now. Okay, so you're familiar with the software a lot more, I guess, from doing the first two parts. So let's go. Here we use the fill in the handle. We choose a black color. I'll just color pick, I think. Okay, let's say this is okay. I'll do a copy of this for color variation. It's the sky in the picture that makes it look blue from the light that's coming from there, but you know, it's okay. I'll just add a bit blue, a bit of blue. So add fill. We just want color variation is all. So I'll just, you know, take anything over there. Gives me visual interest. I'll do a triplanar. Bam. Okay. I think I'll increase this, the tiling. So it's less like a small noise, but it's more like an overall kind of feeling. Okay. Again, I changed the material, the UVs for this. So these are all together. So you should have more seams, but technically it makes the same, it gives the same results. Okay. And now we'll do this part. Let me go and we'll do, sorry, one step at a time. So this is the base, okay? So this is color variation. And then I'll add something onto here. I'll add a fill. No, sorry, over here. A fill. I just want the Perlin noise. That's over here. It's almost a fractal. How it has these wiggly lines. So if I show you what a Perlin is, it's very wiggly. So if I do triplanar and then scale, uh, but on here there's more of like jagged edges. So I could just, oh, I didn't do it right. I did it directly in the layer. So I'll delete this. I'll do a black mask. I'll do a fill. And now, so since it's a height, I'd rather do it in the mask. I'll just select the height, put it at negative a little bit just to see. And now I'll change the tiling and triplanar of this. Tiling. Like this. It's too strong, but I'll just lower the strength at the end. I'll do a new filter, a blur, a slope blur, sorry. I'll do minimum to get the sort of a wavy. Um, I'll increase the blur because so that it lessens the effect. But the tiling is too big, so I want the tiling to be smaller and increase the blur. For the sake of presentation, I think that's good enough. So let's lower this and I'll add just a smidge of blur, add filter, and then blur. So I know this is a lot more complex than what we've seen in class, but for those who are interested in having those more complex steps, I think it's interesting for you to. All right, and the classes videos also are 4 hours long, so I wanted to do some shorter versions of these. So this is looking good. I like that already. We can see the subtle color variation. We can see the noise pattern. We can see, yeah, it's a great start. So here, what we'll do, I said we'll do this. So now, over to here, this is the purlin. Now we have had a new trick this week. So height, I'll do a black mask. And I'll do a paint. So here we've learned that there's a capsule, capsule, I don't know. It's too late for that. So here, so since I have my brush selected, whenever I click any alphas, which is this option over here, it will automatically change my brush. If you see now it's just a normal circular shape, it will change my brush to exactly what's selected over here. So now what we have is this. So I'll try to eyeball it. It's a bit too long though. So I'm probably painting white on white. Nope. But then this is not activated. Okay. So we don't need perfection for the first assignment. So we, as long as it works. So we'll do the eraser. So right now, since, oh, you know what? This is what confused me in class because I'm using white in my mask, but the white is going deep in the model because of the negative. So technically the white should always go outwards from the model. So I'll keep it like that just because it will, my brain understands it this way. And then from there, I know that I need to invert this in order for me to have the effect that I want. So I'll do a levels and then invert. So now I have exactly the shape in the right form. So now it's going deeper. So this is what I want. All right. So from there, um, I can just take the eraser and, or I can just paint in white, I think. From there, yeah, I can paint in white. So we'll do add paint, and then with the brush, the tool is already selected. We can play with the um, what's this? The anyways, if you control and right click, it changes the gradient. So right now it's blurry, and if I go on top, if I go from top to bottom with my mouse, it makes it more sharp at the edges. So this is what we want because this is a very sharp and defined shape over here. So control and right click to increase the size. Yeah, I don't like that it's two different sizes. So I'll do another trick I showed in class that didn't work really good instead. So this is um, capsule black, and then so this I don't need. I'll duplicate this, add duplicate. Sorry, it's getting late. And then I'll remove the invert, and I'll so here I want white. So the white will make the mesh go out towards us. So I'll do a levels and I'll just clamp this a little bit. And now we have this. But then since it's going down from the previous layer, I'll just do a replace in the height as opposed to linear dodge. I'll put it to replace so that it's a flat surface as opposed to being beveled following the underneath capsule. So yeah, the idea is that over here I'm painting the capsule. I'm inverting it because I want this to be in positive. And over here, I'm using the same capsule paint that I did. And then I'm just playing around with the levels for the shape to be smaller inside. I can even make this capsule bigger so that it shows a bit more. Ah, I disabled it, so that's why. So I could still do like this so that the edges are more defined. It's a bit more like this, actually, but yeah. So I'm satisfied with that. So I won't cover the paint spots because we did in the first video. It's the same idea, it's just a different execution. And we'll do those spots just like we did in class, real quick. And then I don't know if I should do the dirt for you, or if I think I would be satisfied still if you don't do the dirt. As long as you create those little speckles, it's what matters, I feel. So add those, you know, so it would be, so below these two, I would create, for example, a fill with a clouds. So this is affecting just the height, so we'll do a black mask and just assigning the height. In this, in the textures, we'll take the clouds and drop it in a fill modifier. So the idea is to have these little dots of damage, and then we'll add scratches. So this is at 0. This is not at all what we want, but we'll play with the numbers. So I'll go here, triplanar again to remove the UV seams. I'll do, that's really not what I want. It's closer. Let's reverse the height. It's 2. Anyways, you should be pros by now. Just joking. But you get the idea. I won't make it perfect for this one, just for the sake of time. You understand how to get these, and to make it simple. So this is I don't know, additional damage. Let me change this to something else. I don't like it. That's a lot more nice. Here, reverse this. It should be smaller, but anyways, I don't want to waste more time. So duplicate, let's say this is what it looks like on the picture. So duplicate this and then we'll do the scratches over here. Scratches, SCRA, bam, bam. So we have scratches, perfect. Let's make them a little bit less apparent. We could do two sizes of scratches again, so the smaller ones and bigger ones, if you want. But so far it's looking great. We have the spots missing. We have this paint. The paint, again, I won't be doing. I'll do the spots real quick, just like we did in class. So there's this picture that's just the handle over here. So it's the 202.40925. So I'll just go in the reference folder, find this picture, this one here, click and drag in the library. It opens up this menu. We'll do texture over here and current project, a current session or project, which is this project, the hammer paint. Either or, this makes the same result. But I tend to go with the project that I'm working with. So import. Now it goes directly exactly where you want this to be. Uh, Sorry, you don't have to look for that texture. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my words. So here, let's do a fill. We'll do this with a base color. We'll do, I'm sure you remember from class, we'll do a planar projection. So this planar projection just projects in one angle. So over here, there's a bit of a angle from the picture. So, oh, you see, I mentioned that in class. Right now, my texture isn't square, but the projection is square. So this is why everything is squished. So I can't, for the sake of argument, use this because all the dots are squished. And if I don't think I can I stretch it like this? Okay, but I don't have like the right proportions. But anyways, so make sure that what you use is a square picture if you want to use this method. Or again, R for scaling up and down. So I think in terms of placement over here, it makes sense. I'll just discard the fact that this is not at the right spot. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let me try something. Just could I do? So if I let me try something. It works, but that's not what you guys want to do, right? I put it in height just to see if it would affect the texture. So we could disconnect the base color and we would have the height from the image. But it creates this, it's a bit too much, but you know, it's it could be a hack, but there's too much stretching. It's not profesh. So I like the highlight though here. Let's just do this quick. So we'll do a paint layer. Oh no, sorry. We'll do a fill layer. We'll do a black mask from here. I'll remove the height. From here, this is dots. And so over here, that's the dots. I'll add paint. So now I'll be able to paint. Right now you see I still have the capsule. So if you want to get back to the normal default brush. Unfortunately, it doesn't go back to default by itself. So in the alpha, you just click over here and search for shape, SHAPE, and you get this little round normal circle, which is the basic um, brush. So paint, I'll make sure I'm extruding towards the bottom, and over here paint, I'll just use the height as well. Go back to my mask and paint those dots. Right now they're distorted because of the angle of the camera, of the projection. But you know, you do this as many times as you need until you have all the dots that are covered. What you can do then is also create a new fill layer, for example, uh, with height and color only. Add a black mask. You can go into the height and do replace, so that whenever you paint in those dots, um, it removes the information from the below layers. So let's see if it works. So right now, it's a black mask, that's why. So I'll do a white mask. But now I don't see what's underneath because of the color, so I'll just hide the color. And same for the height because I use replace. So I'll just do pass through. Add paint. Will it work? It removes everything else because it's white. So this technique won't work. But I guess we could just do it on the layer itself and not through. So remove here. Let me just do a new layer. Like this. If we do height, add paint. If we do just the height, yeah, it's working, but it's not removing anything. Anyways, I don't want to. I'm fine if we see the noise there. Let's just do the make those darker than the handle, and make those also non-reflective. So you want to add roughness, make it completely white, so that there's no reflection on those. Add black mask, and then add paint. When we paint over these, they'll become. I could just copy also what I have here, copy effect. Since it's in the mask, I'll be able to paste it into another mask. So by just one click, I have all these that are black and matte. So if you did every dot over here, so technically you should have those dots align the same way by just copying the same mask. So now this one is dots, matte, and black. And this is dots, height. Again, I think it's fine if we don't have the dirt. This will cover more in at a later time. But as you know, so far, like if you add the paint spots, I think you'll have a very strong asset even then. There's this little seam that you can see over here, a construction seam that you can add. Sorry, I pressed the wrong key. Yeah, so this you could add, for example, to the side. If I go in something, so let me create a new fill. I'll call this line, add a black mask. This I want just to be the height. I'll add paint. From there, I'll do click from here, click a Control Shift, click to down there. Now this is at 0, so I'll just play around. Is it working? Ah. So when you do paint something outside of the zone, it happens that it doesn't compute. Now, okay, now being in the layer, I really see it, so it's possible for me to troubleshoot better. Over here, this is inversed, so I want this to go on the other side. And then I want this to be blurred. Filter and blur. For some reason, I feel it's still reversed. Anyways, oh no, it works. And I'll lower the opacity of this. I should have drawn it a bit more small, but that's it. Yeah, so just the paint spots and you're done. So it took me, what, 2 hours to record these videos. So you can do this in 2 hours, guys. All right. Hope you're having fun still. You're probably tired of listening to me, but yeah, that's how you learn. So keep it up, and don't forget to send these on Friday. All right. Have fun, guys. Bye.